Arturo Dark Knight. He's one of our best listeners.
Oh, UV.
Okay.
UV? Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
Hey, welcome back to another Wednesday night RSG stream. I am Ranger J 1999, your host. Hey, welcome everybody to Hump Day. It's Wednesday. It's time for the longest running live stream of the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the one and only reality skewed gamers coming at you. And we are here to break down the latest and greatest news and notes and give you a little bit of insight on what it all means. Joining me is my cast of compadres and compatriots and lovely ladies to join me in talking about the game we love the most, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And let's introduce everybody, and then we'll get through all the mechanisms of what's going on in the game. To my right, we have the one and only troll extraordinaire, Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman.
I'm the second loveliest lady on the show.
Yes, you are.
I'm just going to let that marinate for a moment.
Because we all know who number one is. I'm not even going to pretend.
I don't think there's a question about that. The fact that just made everybody go pause is go, no, Finn. The beard ruins it. Someone who's not a lady and knows that he's not a lady and is one of the biggest pimps on the planet, the sexy Buddha himself, the lightsaber builder extraordinaire. That's right, is the one and only Sir Loki, the lightsaber builder.
What's up? What's up?
Hi, we're glad to have you
How are
here.
you?
I am doing good. Good, Loki.
Happy birthday Eve, man.
Oh, it is my birthday eve. Tomorrow I will be doing an 8-hour stream
Looking
to celebrate.
forward to it.
To celebrate with everybody. We're just going to have fun. I'll place my territory or my Grand Arena teams, and we'll sit back and just talk and BS and drink and play games and just have a good old time. So I do have to do a special shout out for Finn, who got me behind me. I got the 6-inch black edition Darth Vader. Someone also, I don't know who got it, but someone also got me these lovely new headphones that I'm still trying to figure out how to make them wireless on my computer.
Sweet.
I will figure it out eventually. And I also got the new Grievous 6-inch black figure off the Amazon wish list. So thank you very much for the early birthday wishes. I am proud to report also, before I introduce everybody else, the AC is working. 6 days. So
Happy birthday to you.
so happy. So the AC is working, so I don't feel like I've taken a bath continuously while I'm doing the stream. There's nothing like feeling damp when you're trying to touch your keyboard because sweat's just coming off of you. Also join us from the RSG crew, we've got the lovely, the vibracious, the chromie-loving player herself from Heroes of the Storm, and RSG crew member, Miss Tits McVenom. Yay!
Hey guys.
Your hair is looking very eggplanty today.
Yeah, I had to do it because it was getting
Get the
big
hair
headband, the earbud. What are they called?
I don't know. You're the lady. I don't know women stuff.
The game headset was all crushing it. So.
Oh well, I mean, little product that goes a long way.
That's why she's number one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you just hear Dr. Finn said he's the second prettiest lady on the stream? Tits, your comments.
He called himself a lady, so let's.
I mean, I think he should just fork over all his man
the
cards.
bearded medicine woman.
I mean, that's straight up just wrong. All right, and last but not least, you know him, you love him from Takedown Games. Mr. Abe Lincoln lookalike wannabe himself. The one and only grunge stoner Jedi is here. Xylo Takedown. What's going on, Xylo?
What's up, Skewers? Happy hump day, everybody.
Yeah, nobody cares. Give me the apprentice. I see him back there being happy and stuff. That's right. I see you, my apprentice. Now first choke your father. Do it live on the air. That's right. Yes, use your aggressive feelings, boy.
He was doing it too. I saw him.
He knows when
He's
to...
bouncing. He's trying to get that force choke off.
Good, Prentice. Good. The force is strong with him. Oh, yeah. No, let him stay up so he gets cranky. No, don't let him take you, Prentice. Do something. No. Fight him. Kick him.
He's fighting.
Use the force. That's right, my apprentice. Yes, use the force. Push your father away. Push yourself out of camera. All right. So, everybody's introduced. Good. Hello, everybody in TV land, to all the skewers out there in our chat. Glad to have you guys here. We have not a goddamn thing to talk about tonight because there is no new news. So we are going to do something different. We're going to talk about the state of the galaxy.
There are some things, but they're not all good.
I don't even have them. We're just going to start.
Yeah, I know. I didn't put them in there because they're not. We're just yeah.
So we were just going to talk about the state of the galaxy. But before that, let's get some mechanisms knocked out. Make sure you stop what you're doing right now. Hit the thumbs up on the video if you could, please. That helps with monetization and spread our word out there about Reality Skewed Gamers. Subscribe if you haven't. We do a ton of live streams. They're always fun. You're more than welcome. Join us. Join us in our Discord. Great group of people. You should come down and hang out. We're there all the time. Yes.
Grande's in chat now.
Nobody cares.
I've been in chat the whole time.
Nobody cares.
He just didn't turn on his camera.
Yeah, if you don't turn on your camera, you don't say anything, then I'm going to ignore you.
I couldn't say anything.
What do you mean? Just say, "Hi, Ranger, guys. I got a chicken." Something.
Well, I mean, every once in a while, about once every 6 months, you say something worth listening to, so I was quiet.
Okay, Mom.
That's right. Boom shakalaka.
What's up, Ranger?
No, I'm ignoring you. Also, follow us on Twitch and subscribe on Twitch. We had the lovely Mix McVenom doing some Heroes of the Storm over on Twitch today. I will also be going back and do some Battlefront there. We have our D&D campaign going on there. Not this Sunday. There will be no D&D campaign this Sunday because Finn's out of town again. Convenient, I wonder. But we also be doing a lot of
Colonial Williamsburg.
Yeah, again, I don't care.
Oh, I love that
Ask
place.
him why wouldn't he stop by North Carolina on the way up there? It's like right on the way.
The reason why is because I'm going to be flying over North Carolina. So
yeah,
You could jump out and just hang for a bit.
no. No. So
I'll pretend like I'm doing that.
But we also going to be doing Grand Arena Championships over on Twitch as well. Check out our Patreon, all the good stuff. I'll be doing mini roster reviews and stuff like that tomorrow. So good, there we go. All the mechanisms are done. So Dr. Finn, we like to shout out all the people in chat, and we like to give them a word to use so we can scoop up their names. Dr. Finn, what is the shout out word of the day?
So we're going to keep it fairly simple for everyone today. The shout out word of the day is state.
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 Right.
I like steak.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
I like steak. Are we talking steak?
Yeah.
No, we're not talking steak. We're talking state. STATE. State.
Steak.
Oh, that one's not good.
State.
State.
And of course, somebody
can you hold on? Can you use that word in a sentence for me, please?
Yes, the shout out word of the day is state.
That's a good shout out. That's a good sentence.
Can you use it in a sentence where the word actually has meaning?
Oh, I can do that for you, Grande.
How does that
I got it, Finn. I got it.
Do people getting shout outs
Hold on.
meaning to you?
Hold on, Finn. I got this. The reason Grande has brain damage is because he keeps asking for the word state. There, I used it.
Naughty chicken. I saw that.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I like my steak medium well. So there you go. I use it in a sentence too.
You like your steak medium well?
Yeah, I like my steak medium well. I use it in a sentence.
I question Grande's mental state.
Yes.
See? Sentence.
Thank you. See, we use it in a sentence correctly. Thank you, Finity.
Grande state would not be something I would call intelligent. There, I think he's in another sentence. So there we go.
Texas? Are you insulting all of Texas?
No, I'm from Texas. Just Grande.
You
You're
just said
getting
Grande
a medium
steak.
well steak.
Yeah.
Awful. Why even get a steak?
Yeah, Grande doesn't like little pink in his center. In his state. All right, so get your name shouted out, and we will move on from there.
Are we derailed enough for McVenom to intrude now?
Yeah.
Pink in the center and stuff. Let's just move on.
You're the one that started it with steak.
Steak?
Yeah.
Listen to me. Let's not get into who started it.
Yeah, what's important is not that Titch started it, but that we move on. That's the
Not
most
good.
important thing, yeah.
I heard what you
Listen,
almost
Linda.
called me.
Yeah.
Listen, Linda.
Almost called me.
What?
I heard it too. Listen, Linda. You better stop.
That is not what she said.
Well, apparently Finn and Grande have started eating crack early today, so that'll be a good show for us then. Tits, I had that same glass.
I've been making puns all day long, guys.
I don't want to hear any. It's my birthday, and I don't want to hear any. Damn it, Grande. Don't be ruining my pre-birthday day thing on a Wednesday. Ah, Lord. God. So get your state words into the chat, and we will scoop those up, and then we will do something special for that. Now, do we have
The viewer is now thoroughly confused.
I don't know what the hell.
See, Masu.
All right, so the other thing, too, before we get to our Twitter question, as you can see in the center of the screen, is Lord Vader's Cup of Plenty, as Grande is doing dishes, and seriously,
Part-time in a kitchen.
yeah.
He's pretending to be lampshade.
I need a number 5 with the side of beef, Grande. Hurry the hell up, you bastard. That's Grande's
I'm working in the
state.
kitchen right now.
That's right. Put yourself on mute if you're going to do dishes. Damn it.
I mean, you know, I gotta feed some children.
That doesn't have
Starving
anything
children.
to do with hitting mute.
Yeah, what does that have to do with you hitting the mute button when you're throwing dishes
We're not
around?
telling you to stop. We're telling
Yeah,
you
it's not like we're saying, oh, nope, sorry, Grande, kids are not allowed to eat during the damn live stream.
Oh, Grande.
I'm trying to be quiet. Can you even hear it in the background?
Yeah, why do you think we said something?
What?
Oh, for
Why
God's
do you
sake.
think we said something if we couldn't hear it?
We were just
Okay.
guessing that he was near dishes.
Yeah, we just,
Guessing.
it was a 1 in a million shot. I went for it. I got lucky. I guess that Grande was, in fact, doing something with dishes.
Out
Is
of all
Grande
the
also
things you
CG
could be
Carey's busboy?
Yeah,
Shadowville Lampshade 2.0.
yeah, word. Yeah. The memories. But we also have, so you see Vader's Cup of Plenty in the center. If you'd like to donate through Super Chat or Twitch or whatever, it goes live. Anything you guys do, become a Patreon, subscribe, all this stuff will pop up on the screen. The donations will fall from the sky into the cup, and it will fill the cup, and at a certain point the cup will explode all over the screen. So there you go. All right, so that being said, Finn, do we have a Twitter question of the week?
Indeed, we do.
Oh,
So, our Twitter question / poll of the night. So it's actually a Twitter poll, and you guys are welcome to add any comments and stuff afterwards. And the question is, how do you feel about the state of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? And there's 4 options for you guys. The game is in good shape. The game is declining. Too hard to tell. And I don't play anymore.
Oh, but you still watch RSG because we're amazing.
Wait a minute, you gave them a multiple choice on a Twitter question?
There's a poll option, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Twitter poll, actually.
We did that last week.
That's not very fun.
They can
What do you
type in
mean?
stuff, too.
They can type in
Doesn't
stuff
they-
too.
oh, okay, as long as they can type in stuff.
They can type in stuff.
It's
yeah.
going to be
Lots of
okay,
comments.
McVanum. We've got
And
many
we will
options.
Read the comments. We will read the
Okay.
comments.
Okay, so don't worry, we got this, McVanum. Don't worry, we're not.
Yeah, I
okay.
trust you.
All right. Well, you shouldn't, but that's not important. What's important right now is we move on with the show. And that being said, we're going to get into the shout outs. How should we do the shout outs this week? What do you
Grande.
think? He's feeding the kids right now. Grande, are you available to do said shout outs at the moment? I'm going to say that's a no.
He's gonna come back and say, "Oh, but you told me to stay muted." That's what he's gonna say. You know that.
But he's not muted. That's the thing.
No, he is. He's probably muted on his phone because he's called in. That's why.
This is the week he's supposed to do really good too.
Yeah. So, Bimatsu just donated $2. And he says, "I'm still here. Stroke avoided.
Oh, were you in danger of a stroke?
Yeah, after you talked about the pink in the
This is the pink in the center. Sorry.
Oh God, you said it again.
And-
You're gonna.
Sorry.
What was that?
I mean, it's getting crazy up in here. I mean, people are stroking out, not getting cooked all the way. I don't know what the hell's going on. You know what I was saying earlier, McVenom, is I have that same cup that you're drinking from right now.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I've got that Star Wars mug.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, I have one of those too. All right, so we're going to get out of those. Grande is not available to do said reading. What are we going? What are we going to do this T-Money?
I don't know who T Money is on the stream right here.
Huh?
You just called me T Money, didn't you?
No, I said there's too many. I did the Anakin
I
Skywalker
thought you
thing.
said, what are we gonna do, T Money?
Oh my God, that's twice now, Tits. What is going on with you? Someone get her some wine. Can we get some wine to Tits here, please? Jesus Christ.
I'm on coffee and
Can
not
we-
wine. So I'm all
Can we cut off the
sad.
coffee and get her some wine? I mean, Jesus. Can we do something?
Okay.
Well, Sword of the Jedi just said those glasses are going to make me stroke out.
These are my newer glasses.
Those look nice. I like those. Yes.
Oh, them too. Thank you.
All right.
Why don't we have Loki?
Lukey.
You are on some kind of roll today, McVenom.
I don't know what it
Off
is.
for
I'm
3.
sorry. I don't know what it
Hey, Lukey. Get your ass over here and do some of this reading over here.
is. I think it's because I've been streaming all day and I don't know what it is. But okay.
I mean, I know
do it.
a Loki, but I don't know who Lukey is. That's Loki's
I
other.
read last week.
Oh yeah, so
That just makes you an expert for this week.
well, no, that's boring. Let's
Okay.
I'll do it. Since no one's stepping up, I'll do it. Now, these are our Patreon shout-outs. So these are a special shout-out. And you can see the patrons are flying above overhead. We want to make sure everybody gets recognized for supporting us as patrons and stuff. So very much appreciated. So let us do the reading. We have Alu 12, Bimatsu, Chaos 13, my man. Chopper BZ, what's up, Chopper? Clone Troop 211, what's up, Pimp? Contingent 33, our good friend and D&D player, Corinth Dangerfield. Donko Wiscan, glad to see you here, Donko. We did his roster review, I think, last week, so glad to have you here. Darth Mikey, Darth Teflon, Darth Allen 0885, Darth Bob, Darth Vader Mate, Deadpool Kyle 28, DPK in the house. Dr. Feelgood, he's the one that makes you feel alright. Drewman95, Arock123, my homie, talk to him all the time. Hogzilla, it poops bombs. If it pooped blanks, it'd be a problem. Jai Jackana, Mast Ryan, Matthew M. Thomas, the lovely, vivacious Moss Kanata, Moss Mike, ND Fox, the lovely Ouchie Dumplings here, Ouchie Girl, Ray Rock, Rydia, Riverboy 12, Rose Taco, my favorite human being on the planet, the Revenators here, Sanely Red, Sith Lord / Ven Rhodes, Spaceman Tim Betterson, and his Strom, Teals, another of our D&D players, Tallywhack, which is short for Tallywhack Manacker, Tenebrous, Thane Kyrell, hello Thane, The Tor, Walter Arnold, and Zarathustra. Now, Thane Kyrell's kind of on your shit list, I know, Tits, because he's been pushing your buttons today.
He's cut off completely.
Oh, he's cut off completely. God damn.
Blue light from Miss McVenom.
Oh, snap. It is on like Donkey Kong. Miss Big Venom has spoken. So let it be written. So let it be done.
Did you see this? It looks like Truce. He said he's never caught a live stream before, but he's been watching this for over a year.
Well, hey. We're glad to have you here, bro. We're glad to have you here, Truce. Come on down. We're fine. We're gonna have a good old time tonight. We're gonna do some of that Southern fun down here. All right. Yes, go ahead, Miss McVenom.
I'm just gonna say the Loki thing. Do you remember when I first joined RSG and I kept confusing Finn and Loki?
I know. It's the most racist thing I've ever seen.
And they kept saying, "Well, we're both brown people. That's why."
Yeah,
I could
it's
definitely
science.
tell them apart.
What can you do? All right, so we have the shout-outs. And these are the people that we're going to shout out that have just put in the magical word of the day, state. So, state of play is for reals. So, here we go with the shout out words for all our wonderful people that are watching us right now. Glad to see you guys here. I'm glad to have you.
You want me to read
guys.
out the shout outs?
Yeah, if you want to.
I'll read out the shout outs. So, these are
But you have to, you gotta do it with flair. And
these are all the people that typed the word.
That's not the goddamn flair I wanted you to do, Finn.
That's like the voice for everything.
I have no other flair.
Okay.
This dude, the freaking Ric Flair.
Ooh.
Woo! Styling and profiling. All right, go ahead, Finn.
All right. So here are the people that typed the John Moran, stay with that. So here are the people that typed in the word of the day into the chat, so they get the special shout out. Atomic Fish, Billy Gunn, Bimasu, Chicken.
Chaikin.
Yeah, Chaikin.
We've been corrected by that many times.
Chaikin.
You're not Grande, Finn. Come on now.
I know. Okay, so he came on. I saw his name first on the chat right after all of that. So, yeah, that's why I thought it was chicken, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's
this is
Chaikin.
not chicken to China, the Chinese chicken. This is Chaikin.
What if I told you about shooting people in the balls? Okay, Chaikin, Commander Skywalker, D Perks, Dal Zuba.
That's a new name. Yeah.
Daniel McCracken, Darth Vader 87, Devil's Treasure, DL Cool J, DL Dark Coco,
Go.
Dr. Feelgood, The Durgan. Ooh, this one's a new one. Eggers 29 SWGOH.
Hey, glad to have you here, Eggers29.
Nice.
Welcome to the
I
stream.
don't feel like he's new. Is he new?
That's the name I haven't seen before. I'm
I haven't
familiar
seen
with.
that name before. So, if you have been around and we haven't noticed your name, then apologies. It's a new one to me. I don't think we shouted this one
Yeah,
out.
well,
So, Eric H, Fatality V2, Force Master 77, Foreigner SWGOH, Game with Smith TV. That's a new one too.
that's a new one too.
Gaff P, Grande Verga, Grim, Hellenix, Isoka Taco Fulcrum,
Love it.
Jacob Ward, Jason Hobby, Jedi Training Bogus, Jai Jack Canna,
Right.
Y9,
Yes.
Joey Burns, John Moran, JVU 420, Kalessin, Kashmir, Knights Templar, Molly, Mandalore MW1, Maz Kanata, Merkin Feet, Moss Mike, Nathaniel Morgan, OS, Ouchie Dumpling, Fat Tony 99, Raza 972, Ronan Zai, Rose Taco, Shadow Veil, Skywalker Vader, Slash Van Rhodes, Suicide Squad, Sword of the Jedi, Thane Kyrell, The Honkler, Torin Jax, Ugnati, Vito Anto, Wargul 128, What Else 73, Wolf Fell, Utah, Xylo 1111, and Dada Jordan.
And we just had a new Patreon. Kashmir just became a Patreon supporter for $15.
Oh,
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, Kashmir. Thank you. Dal Zubba just said, using RG as my ASMR tonight to nap before work. Ouchie Dumpling.
I know.
All
We're-
right.
I'm
So
purposely ignoring those type of things.
what are we going to do now is we're going to talk about the game. But first I'm going to punch Finn in the dick. All right, let's get this party started. Not a damn thing going on in the game right now, news-wise. Finn,
Yeah.
anything in particular
There
before
are a few things, but all of them
Very
are
minor.
little bugs that have
Right.
shown up in the game. So there's a few potential issues with the fleet commander feat. Some people are saying that they're not getting credit for it, or they're getting credit for it and they haven't really done anything. So we're getting some issues there that they are looking at. So that is one thing. Before we talk about our thoughts on the game and all of that, I do want to take a minute to give a shout out to Deana Jade. And it's kind of known at this point, so if you guys haven't heard of it, then we'll kind of tell you the whole story, so it's not anything that's surprising all of a sudden. But so Deana Jade is a lady that is in a guild that was found by a lot of people because her SWGOH GG page suddenly had a 7-star negotiator. And Obviously, that piques everyone's curiosity, as it would anyone. And in fact, there was another person in the same guild, which I believe turned out to be her alt, that also had a 7-star negotiator. And what it turns out to be is that EA customer service, in response to something, I don't know what exactly, but it appears that about a month ago, in response to something, they gave her a
Warrior and McMull did a video on this and said that because they actually had talked to her, right? That she was upset about the rewards and the difficulty and stuff like that, and this would led to them giving her a 7-star. Oh my god!
So everyone obviously saw it, and I will not put myself above it. I also thought that it looked like it may be an APK hack, but I obviously didn't know. But my initial inclination was that it may have been a hack. She did take a screenshot and posted it, and some of her guildies posted it, and it was that she basically was given a full negotiator in her mailbox. So it's right that everybody is upset by it. It's kind of so I've talked to EA customer service in the past before. They most of the time are just very generic EA, right? So they have no idea what's always happening in Galaxy of Heroes. Sometimes there is a forum post, say contact customer service and we'll give you something, and you contact EA customer service, they have no idea. Like, you have to spend 5 minutes talking to them about the post and telling them what exactly this
They mess up things so bad. I mean, to be honest, they really do.
They do. And it's because it is EA taking care of something that's CG, and so they're trying to take care of all of these different games, right? And so everything slips through the cracks and everything every now and then. But this one was actually pretty bad. And unfortunately, because people started seeing this, she unfortunately got a lot of the hate. So I do want to shout her out.
Yeah, how do you hate on someone that got something from the company that shouldn't have been given to her in the first place?
Well, that was because before they thought it was a cheat. Right? So it was because they thought she was cheating.
It's a pretty far-fetched thing to just believe right offhand. So I understand people being very skeptical about it. I don't think they should.
No, I don't have any problem with skepticism.
People that were attacking her and everything should
That's
be
what I don't
ashamed
like.
of themselves.
That's
really?
what I don't like.
If you don't know the full things, right? It's one thing to have the impression that she cheated, but then to accuse her and start actually bad mouthing her, because she was saying she was getting some pretty nasty PMs and stuff. Because unfortunately, her username is actually like her Discord handle. So she has her number in there, so she's not very hard to find. But it was kind of a shame that everyone kind of just jumped to it and started accusing her and saying some kind of nasty things to her, when really it wasn't her fault. It was EA customer service giving her something that she shouldn't have. So I do want to shout her out and just basically, on behalf of the community, apologies for jumping down your throat for accusing you of cheating when it really wasn't you cheating.
Yeah, I mean, I cheat all the time. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine, Deana.
Yeah, no, they actually called Ranger a cheater.
Yeah, so, I mean, if I can live with my shame, you can do it too. So, but no, I wish people, what's wrong with people, man? It's okay that you can be skeptical about stuff and have your misgivings and express those in a certain way, but, man, that's why I don't read Reddit anymore. Stuff that people will say in that is just, it's god-awful. Like, are you a human being? Because I guarantee you, your stupid coward ass wouldn't say anything like that to me into my face. But, that anonymous warrior, I can be as brave as I want because you don't know who I am. So I feel I can talk about anything I goddamn feel like. So, and say any crap that you wouldn't even say to your family or at work or anything. So I just find it disheartening. So, and you're more than welcome to come on the show anytime, Deana. We can get your side out if you ever want to. We'll be more than glad to support that. So,
Moss Mike, you're not wrong. He says, why are people still surprised when the internet is mean? We're not necessarily surprised.
No, we're not trying. I'm just saying that those people are ass clowns. It's unacceptable.
We said it before with this game, right? This game is different than a lot of other mobile games and even PC games because the community at large really does come together a lot more with this.
I know. It's the ass clowns that ruin it.
Yeah, we've seen this a lot with our charity streams, right? The community really comes together and gives for a good cause, and it's made us very happy about all of it. And there's other people like just coming together, watching a stream, just having a good time, whether they're watching live streams of Grand Arena Championships or whatever it is that they're doing, right? The community really does come together, and the community has kept this game going. So it's always sad when something like this in this small of a community does end up happening, like people start attacking each other. So that's why it's not necessarily surprising, but it is disappointing.
Yeah, it's not surprising at all. I'm not shocked by it. I'm just pissed off by it, so oh well. But that happened, and there's a great video by Warrior and McMull about it today if you really want to get more in depth about it. So there you go. Thank Kyrell just noted $2. I'm worried. He says, I'll still talk about the Eternal Twins in person. I know, but that doesn't really shock me either. So all right. Okay. Anything else, Dr. Finn?
That's pretty much it for the news. I mean, there's a lot of little bugs regarding the points and achievements and stuff for the Grand Arena Championships, and people getting some extra points that they probably shouldn't have, but they found that it was a bug, and there's things that they're working on. So just be on the lookout for that. Otherwise, it's been a relatively quiet week.
It has been a very quiet week. Now, we're getting ready for the new Grand Arena Championships. We've had a chance to get through the new GOTB. We just had a TW. The game continues on. So we are here to talk about the state of the galaxy. All right, Finn, I'll let you start us off because you picked this topic. I think it's pretty interesting. What would you like to get us going with there, bud?
I mean, so overall, I think the game is actually in a really good state. It's been around longer than the shelf life of any kind of mobile game.
Oh, yes.
So it's definitely not something that I'm going to say is growing at the same rate as it used to.
No.
It just happens, right? There's only so much that you can really get out of one community that is the Star Wars community, despite how large it is. And so the initial burst is kind of there. Now they're continually picking up players. I think amongst players, there's a little bit of a perspective issue where there are a lot of players that are leaving at the higher GPs. But as we've seen, there are a lot of lower players that are spending a lot of money.
Quite a lot.
The problem is a newer player can spend, let's say, let's just throw a number, $10,000 or something, right? If they spend $10,000 in the game, they might be able to get up to 4.2 million GP. But your guild may be losing 4.7, 5 million. And you just don't see the increase in that GP. The GP is happening below. And so I think what a lot of people are seeing is that higher GPs are leaving, lower GPs are coming in, but there are a lot of lower GPs that are spending a lot of money. And we've seen this at least in Warrior posted his Scissorman Arena Shard, where the top 5 or 6 players have Malik on his shard that are gear 13s. It's crazy. There's a lot of spending going on in the game. So if I look at the game overall, I want to say that the game is actually in a pretty good state. Now, one of the things that I've seen a lot of is free-to-play versus pay-to-play, and whether or not the game is actually leaning away from free-to-play and all that. What I will say is that I think a lot of people might be coming at this from having come into the game at a different time. If you played from the beginning of this game, this is not anything unusual. And 2 characters I will bring up that most people will remember if they played almost since day one, Rex and Sunfac. If you didn't play at the time when those characters were meta, I don't know how many of you guys remember, Sunfac and Rex were almost unbeatable, and they were solely pay to play. And they were pay to play at a time where you didn't buy their packs. Mm-mm. You bought packs where there was RNG in an attempt to get those characters. And when you faced a 7-star Sunfac or a 7-star Rex in Arena, it was pretty much over. Free-to-play barely had a chance. And so it's not unusual in this game for pay-to-play to have an advantage over free-to-play. As a pretty much free-to-play player since, I don't know, for almost 2 years now, I spent a little bit in the first few months, and that was pretty much it. I don't really necessarily feel the huge thing. Is it difficult to get into the top of Arena? Yeah, it is. I'm kind of at the point where it's top 50 in both, and I'm just happy because it's too much of a slog to have to deal with all of these gear 13s and stuff. But is my roster still progressing? Yeah, my roster is still progressing fine. I unlocked Geo Brood Alpha already. And again, I'm free to play getting top 50 in both. there is plenty of room for free-to-play players to grow their roster. The problem is everyone is comparing it to the pay-to-play. And so because they're comparing it to the pay-to-play, they feel like they're falling behind. The truth is the game has just been stagnant for way too long. Since Treya, the game has been way too stagnant and dependent upon 3 characters, essentially. Treya, Jedi Knight Revan, and Darth Revan. We're seeing some change in that with Gear 13, to their credit. We're seeing Padme have a much more bigger influence now, especially against Darth Revan. We're seeing Grievous teams getting some light. Grand Arena Championships allows for more of your entire roster rather than just your top 1 team. So I think overall, while the game has been stagnant and allowed free-to-play players to catch up, I don't think stagnation necessarily meant that CG was trying to make it so free-to-play players were at the same level as pay-to-play. Pay-to-play have always had an advantage. The game has kind of continued in that. So I don't really have any issue with the way that the game is right now. And I think it's actually in a really good state. I think free-to-play players just have to be cautious as to not compare themselves to their pay-to-play counterparts, just their other free-to-play. And if you're doing really well in free-to-play and you're getting rank 1 and everything, because there are free-to-play players that got Malik and Revan the first time around, then you're going to be one of the top and you're going to be in a good shape. So I think the game is in a good shape. I'll let somebody else talk now.
Well, yeah, I mean, you make a good point. So people that pay money in this game, God, they should have an advantage, right? We've that goes without saying. I think that if in the long term, the longer you play this game, the less money you should have to spend, unless you're just always chasing the new shinies, which I don't recommend, but some people do. I have a lot of people that are Krakens that I talk with that are just like, I just don't want to farm that character. I've got all this discretionary income, and I'm like, better than you than me, buddy. So people have it coming up from a different perspective. But as a free-to-play, you can eventually catch up. It's a steep curve, but if you stay focused and you do your research and farm the right characters, eventually you'll catch up. And I think one of the good things about the game is it's getting slowly creeping away from that, squad arena more into the, grand arena stuff where it's your rosters, not so much just the main characters. We just got $2 from Thank I Restless Finn. All the other YouTubers tell me the game is 9. Well, they're wrong. Sorry. The game is not 9, and we see it all the time. We have been doing a ton of Ross reviews, and I mean, it's crazy. When I'm doing mini Ross reviews, or we're doing Ross reviews on Lunch Stream, these are new and upcoming accounts. Less than a year less, 1 year or less from this point last year. So a lot of new people are joining. Yeah, we're losing a lot of people, but the influx of new players is replacing that. And it's only going to get more and more as we get the new Disney XD, streaming service with the new Clone Wars series, with the Mandalorian coming out, with the new movie coming out. Regardless of what you feel about those, whether you want to see them or not, it's going to generate buzz. It's going to lead to the people looking at the game, especially Star Wars fans that may not have played the game before, and it's just going to keep people coming into the game. And until the game does something catastrophic, which other games have done in the past, this game's got a little bit of shelf life left to it. So we'll see where it is by this time next year after that big bump. But if they're still getting an influx of players, the game ain't going nowhere. They're talking 5-year plan. I think they're going to hit their 5-year plan. Now, after that, will it last? I don't know. Who knows? You can predict the future. You can predict all you want, but that doesn't mean a damn thing. So, I think the game's in a good spot. I think, besides the initial hiccup, Grand Arena Championships has gone pretty well. I think GOTB was the challenge that a lot of endgamers wanted. It looked great. It played well. It was difficult as hell. So, yeah, I think it's going pretty damn good. So, I've talked enough, so I should shut my dirty hole. I want to hear what the lovely McVenom has to say.
Me too.
I'm sorry, I touched my pickle by accident, McVenom.
Oh, I thought that was Grande.
No, I that was me. I actually just bumped my pickle and it just went off.
That sounds like a problem that you need to have checked out.
You need to see a doctor, man.
You need to see a doctor. If you just touch your pickle and it goes off, that might be...
These things happen. I mean, you can't hold me accountable. Sometimes you just touch your pickle and it makes a noise.
Yeah.
So it's not my fault it's an oversensitive pickle.
It never happens to me, ever.
Well, I think you have your own pickle. I don't think you're playing with your pickle enough because it's not making enough noise.
I don't think her pickle is the same. Okay.
No, I think it is. It's the green pickle.
Never happens by accident, that's for sure.
Bimasu, I just bumped my pickle. What the hell is going on?
You know what's going on, Mr. Stroke Master. All right.
Venom, what do you think?
I think there's a few different ways to play this game, and if you are playing as a free-to-play player trying to compete with someone that has a well-deserved advantage because they're paying a crap ton of money to get it, I think you're going to be dissatisfied no matter what they do, no matter how fair they try to make it. I think you're going to be dissatisfied. So I think the way I see it is, if you want to be a completely content free-to-play player, is then you just play your game for you and not trying to compete hardcore. I think the only other way to be a free-to-play player hardcore is if you have to be extremely, extremely dedicated. You have to predict the meta. You have to be staying on target the whole time. Resource management has to be like ridiculous. And I just think for a casual player, that's not something that you're going to do. So where I'm at is I'm a super casual, and I don't know that there's any middle ground for a super casual player in this and free to play. So I guess what I'm saying is I think you can be happy with the game, the state of the galaxy, or whatever we want to call the state of the game. It's fine if you know where your place is in it.
Yeah.
If you are not trying to be a number one player in a very hard shard competing with Krakens when you're free to play, you'll be fine. But if you try to do that, you're going to be discontent all the time, because that's just not the way games work. I do think that it's sad that a lot of the Krakens spend a whole lot of freaking money on this and things don't work the way they're supposed to.
Yeah.
I think that would be really upsetting. I could see why people get so passionate about it, because you're spending a lot of money on it. It's just like buying a vehicle and it not working. You want to take it back and get your money back for it. But I don't see the game dying. And I do think that games like this have a shelf life. I think this one's gone over the shelf life of a normal game, isn't it? Like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. Candy Crush is still going on. Good Lord. I don't think that game's ever going to die. Candy Crush, good Lord.
Yeah, but I think the thing that Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes has is that it's Star Wars. So you have continuous fans coming into the game because they love Star Wars. I think that's the saving grace here, because if it was anything else, just like a regular game about made-up characters that aren't part of a fandom, I think you would have a lot more upset people. But people just love Star Wars, so they're putting up with more than they probably would in other games.
Bimachi says, Miss just donated $2, said, Miss McVenom with the truth. I totally agree. Miss McVenom could say that cows are green, and Bimachi would be like, that's the truth, because Miss McVenom said
This is why I love Bimasu.
I know.
He's just perfect. He's like, yes, dear, you're right.
Bodyguard Bimatsu. That's what we're going to call you from now on. Loki, speaking of Krakens, you're a Kraken, or a former Kraken that's been rehabilitated. What are your thoughts on the state of the galaxy, my friend?
I think it's fine. I mean, I'm still having fun with it. It's just like what everybody pointed out. I don't know. I guess I still spend every once in a while, but I mean,
not like you were.
I don't know. I guess I was, believe me. But it's I think when the whole Scion thing went down, that's where I kind of got disenchanted with the whole thing. And I kind of kept up with it that way. I'm still farming my Sith ships. I'm still farming Jedi Knight Anakin's starfighter. I mean, all the stuff that, if I kept spending, it would have been maxed out already, and then I would just be grinding gear, right? But it's just my whole outlook at the game is, I don't know. I take it seriously, but I don't take it, I don't think anymore if I spend, I'm going to have a better experience. I think that's what I'm trying to say. is there's other ways to make your gaming experience better, and one of them, the big one, is the guild. I mean, get in a good guild that matches your playstyle.
Yes.
If you get in a whale
Absolutely.
guild and you're not a whale, you're gonna have a bad time because they're gonna push you to spend, and that's what whale guilds do.
Unless you're
you know,
a
and
chick in
don't-
a guild like mine, and they just call
Yeah, then it's exactly what I said. In the
Mine is that little caveat.
Free to play. If you're free to play and you can be in a pay to play guild, it's even better for you.
Oh,
because
I'm
now you're
coasting
carried
right
through
along.
everything, right?
coasting.
It's really free to play, right? Because now you're taking advantage of the whales that are in your guild. So, I think that's the big thing. I think a lot of people who are quitting or are having a bad time with this game is they're not going out and looking for another guild that fits their play style. So I mean that's the big one to me is I mean people PM me all the time as well and say, hey how can I get better? And I said, well, what kind of guild are you in, right? I mean,
Good point.
Are you the whale of the guild and you're feeling like you're carrying the entire 49, right? Because I get those messages too. I said, dude, you got to leave your guild. I mean, if you're playing this long and you barely have you've unlocked Malik but you don't have enough guild event tokens because you're losing all the guild events, right? And you're not getting enough tokens, and you got to do something about it. So I think the state of the game is great right now. I think they did a good job even with Gear 13 because I see a lot of the free-to-play guys in my arena shard. They magically came out of the woodwork, and they've got like 3 mil GP, but they have like Gear 13 Darth Revens and stuff, and I'm like, okay, so you got to spend time to adjust your play style, and if you're free to play, you got to farm the key tunes and not waste your resources, right? So that's a big one. But I think I'm still having fun with it. I'm seeing a lot of the whales quit that don't have good mods, and I get it because you can't buy good mods. It's all luck.
That's right. You get your ass in the trenches with old Ranger J 1999,
It's bad.
and you suffer through depression.
That's the real deal, man. I mean, honestly, I have good mods. I don't have great mods anymore because everybody else caught up. They got lucky, but I'm still around. If I didn't have those mods, I would have quit a long time ago because it's not fun if you don't have good mods in the bracket that I am. So
there's always you mix
you
up.
know,
There's always attrition in any game, right? I don't care what game it is. World of Warcraft. You can go down the list. Now some don't survive it. A lot of role-playing games. There's a great series on YouTube about the reasons why MMORPG games that have been around died, and you can see why they died, right? So there is natural attrition in any game, but like certain games are still going. The Old Republic's still going. World of Warcraft's still going. Maybe not at the level that it once was, but it's still out there, right? If there's still money to be made, they'll make a profit off it. So, I mean, Diablo 3 is still going.
I will say one thing though. I mean, with the game changers going away, I think it's actually gotten better. People are actually thinking for themselves and listening to their guild. So
Shots fired!
it is what
Shots
it is.
fired!
That's what
It
you
is
come
what
back
it is,
for?
man.
Jesus
You
Christ!
said
What was that?
and that's it?
Was that Lucifer?
That's what you
What
come back
voice?
for.
What voice was that? Is the devil here? What was that?
Me.
The power of Christ compels you. Come forward.
I'm here.
Oh, there's Grande.
here, I've been
Oh,
here, I've
I'm
been
sorry. I thought you were the devil. Sorry, I got confused there, Grande.
No, I'm kind of a big deal, but I'm not the devil.
Do you have an opinion there, Mr. Big Deal?
I like where the game's at. It's gonna change. Stuff always changes, man. That's the one constant. Stuff changes. And yes, I'm out here at my pool. If you hear something in the background, suck it up. My life is awesome. Okay, now.
Can you please put that on video?
No.
Why would you ask such a
Why
thing?
would you do that, McVenom? Have you seen that before?
What is wrong with you today, McVenom?
We have all shared a hotel room together. I've seen it. It's fine.
Wait. You
Not
want
it. Not it.
what, McVenom?
Not that it. The other it.
Wow. McVenom is on the
Never
roll
mind.
today.
Never mind. Just go
And
on.
this is with you with no wine.
Hey, what happens in Orlando, McVenom stays in Orlando.
God.
Wow.
My mother might
No,
watch
no.
this Friday.
No, but I mean, I mean, yes. Does it add a level of complexity to guilds right now? Does it add a level of complexity? Sure. Does it mean that you may not do as well as you did, a couple of weeks ago? Sure, for a little bit. But those things change.
Yeah.
Everything will change eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not having a great time right now, just wait. Eventually, you'll have a great time again.
All right.
That's just the way it rolls.
Bimatsu is gonna die.
Yeah.
McVenon's gonna kill him.
Bimatsu, Tis McVenom quote, I've seen it, second stroke incoming. And then Yuta just noted $2, says, I keep playing to hang out here in this community. Yes. That's why we all play.
So that's interesting, because, and we'll get to hear you in a second here, Xylo. Quickfire 13 TTV put in the chat.
That's my buddy, Quickfire. First person I ever met on Discord and SWGOH.
Oh.
No.
Glad to have you.
You get a special shout out from McVenom.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's an awesome guy. He quit playing though a while though.
Oh.
So Quickfire put in EACG has done so much to hurt their community, but they're still alive due to the license and sunk cost fallacy. As someone who was a dolphin/whale and saw the writing on the wall with the increasingly fast power creep and immediate nerf and bug/glitch fix with almost every release, or seeing free-to-play players finish month-long grinds just for characters like Boss to get beefed conveniently around the same time. So, interesting you bring that up. So, I wouldn't say necessarily that they've hurt the community. I think the game has actually brought the community together. In fact, as awful as this sounds, usually when CG does something wrong, the community comes together even more because everyone is ready with their pitchforks. So, in some ways, their blunders have actually done, no rhyme intended, have done wonders for the community. But here is kind of the other part of this, and I've said this before. I have become free to play because I have questions about the direction of this game, and I have for a while. I spent at the beginning because it was a lot of fun and it seemed like the game was moving in the right direction. And then I started noticing, kind of similarly to what you did, and I wasn't anywhere near what you were. I think you would classify me maybe as a goldfish. That the direction of the game always left me questioning things. Now, all that made me do was somewhat close my wallet off. That didn't necessarily affect my enjoyment of the game. And I think the free-to-play aspect of this, and if you played any game where effectively what you pay for is time. Yes. That's what you're paying for. Everything you can get in the game, you can get with time. You pay for the ability to avoid that time and getting it quicker. It's the quick reward aspect of it. And having played free-to-play in other games, I was used to that. You get used to the fact that you're expecting things not at the first time it's released, but the second time it's released. Potentially the third time it's released, depending on how difficult they make it and those kind of things. Usually it's the second time. And I've been the second time for most of the things in Galaxy of Heroes. And so it's always been like that for me. And I've never had an issue where it felt bad at the end of a grind, even if the meta changes, that I felt like my farming wasn't worth it. And we said this, and this is a long time ago now, and so the strategy has definitely changed. But it used to be that the meta used to change like every freaking month. I don't know how many of you guys remember early game.
Can I beg to differ, except for when you have to farm someone for a character like Vets? Were you really worth it? Were those worth it for you?
For Jedi training Rey, yes.
Yes.
The characters themselves are not good.
No.
The characters themselves.
They were a means to an end.
They were a means to an end, and I viewed them as such. That I didn't view them as.
But you had to farm those to get something else, not that you could actually play with those characters.
No, you can. If you talk to good old Maurice, he would tell you that the characters can be useful. They actually have. If you look at
out, yeah, like who's
even if you don't, if you get them to like year 11 or something,
they're
like,
okay, but they're not great.
Decent hits, but they're not great. They wouldn't be anybody that we would recommend for farming or gearing up if they have like Jedi Training Rey already, right? So I get your point that they did add characters that we had to effectively farm, potentially gear, that we otherwise wouldn't have a use for. And maybe that wasn't the right direction.
They've gotten better with that because like for Jedi Knight Revan and Darth Revan, the Old Republic team is sick good. You know, so they've gotten better about the pieces.
But where does T3 fit? I mean, T3 ends up going on a droid team now, but T3 was kind of mildly
right. But I mean, overall, you got a ridiculously good team out of that, right? With pieces that are really good. You know, so I think they've kind of learned from the great point that you just made, McVenom, about the Viagra brothers. And they will always be the Viagra brothers. It's my book.
It was just like, I think it's just sucking your energy away from things that you want to farm for things that you would never ever use.
Yeah. I mean,
always kind of a ugh.
Yeah.
That was a low blow kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think they've learned from that because the farms we've had of late. Because like if you look at some, like I'm doing Brood Alpha, right? Alright, I've got them unlocked. I'm working on them. I'm spending 300 crystals a day. He's a damn good character, and that's going to lead me to getting Want, which is another good character. You know, maybe not meta changing, but it'll be pretty good. You know, so I've seen some. You know, so I think they've learned their lesson on that, and they've gotten better about that. Because you know me, McVenom, I've been on their ass about some of this stuff, and they are listening. I can say this about CG: they still mess up, but they are listening, right? They still are doing some things here and there that make me go. But nothing that's caused me to rant of late. And I like that fact because I don't want to rant. I want to keep saying good job. Not go to hell. That's the difference. But let's get Stoner Jedi in here because I know after being choked by my apprentice, his voice has returned and we need to hear his wisdom. As he eats sunflower seeds and is not ready to speak when spoken to.
I'm good. I'm ready. So, I mean, the last couple months, right, people have been saying the game's in a bad place or the game's dying, and I definitely disagree with that, especially after, you know, the last few weeks, like, we were kind of, like, unsure how the Gear 12 finishers and, you know, everything with Grand Arena being bugged and where it's at now, and the idea of how GOTB was going to proceed, and I think after seeing everything and how Grand Arena is transpiring right now, and I can't see anything wrong with the game. I mean, like, it's at a perfect spot to whether, you know, if you're in that 4 or 5 million range, to where if you want to spend that money on Gear 13, go for it. If not, there's going to be that separation layer between that and the players who, you know, aren't that high in their GP, and again, it creates another GP threshold as more characters were released and more ships. So I think that it's not only in a better place, but the game's still evolving till this day. So, I mean, I think that it's going to do nothing but improve, and it's going to hopefully follow that 3 to 5 year plan that Carrie was leading on to after the forum post. So I'm excited.
My apprentice agrees. He's angry. I always know when the apprentice is happy and angry at the same moment because he starts beating the crap out of his furniture. He knows when Uncle Palpatine Ranger is hanging around. He knows, right? Yes. But yeah, I think they've done some good stuff of late. I think there's an influx of new players. Game's going to go on for a while. We've got the movies, the shows. I mean, it's going to be just fine. So I don't think the sky's falling mentality. I just don't buy it. You know, so.
But we all come at it from a different prism, and a lot of us that are watching, I know it's not everyone, and I love seeing that we have some newer players that are coming into the chat and asking questions, and we have YouTubers like Nev, who are basically chronicling their progress with like Warriors Pillar System, and I mean, those kind of things are awesome to see. But most of the people that are in the chat are above 4 million GP, if not well above that, and we definitely have whales that are above 5 in the chat, right? And so it is very hard to replace those kind of players. And I'm going to go back to something Carrie said, which is something that we always have to think about in terms of our mentality of the game. She viewed this game as an MMO type game, right?
Yeah.
And
you're starting to see that.
Played World of Warcraft at the beginning for, I want to say, about 3 years. I was playing it straight with the same guild. We were one of the top 10 guilds in the world and all that.
Yeah.
What happens is always the same. Attrition hits someone, you lose someone at the top. You can potentially get somebody from a lower guild that is like one of their top players and pull them if they're unhappy, right? And that's happened with a lot of guilds. We unfortunately ended up on the same server as, and I don't know, I'm going to say names here, and some of you may realize and some of you may not, but I ended up on the same server as Death and Taxes, Drama, and Nox.
Nice.
And so we were competing like hell with them to recruit, but they were always well ahead of us. we were probably like number 4 on our server, and we were probably like number 7 overall or something like that. And in terms of like progress, whenever a new raid came out, and so they were always able to grab the best people. So what did we have to do? Well, you had to grab somebody below your like bottom rung, right? But showing that they're always improving, and they're gonna get up to that. It's not that you're gonna be able to replace the top. There's only so much you can replace at the very top. You have to build everybody up, and so that's what is happening with the game. We're losing more like 5 millions and 4 millions, which is normal, but we're replacing them with more 3 millions and 2 millions, because that's where the spenders that are new players are coming in. And so expectations have to be set correctly. We see the perspective of veteran players. Veteran players are definitely going away. The newer players definitely coming in, and we've seen that with a bunch of different shard pictures and stuff. And again, if you guys haven't, go to Warrior's Twitter. He posts pictures of like his arena shard and stuff for Scissorman. There are Gear 13 Maliks on his Scissorman shard, and in the top 10, I think it's all the way like the top 6 all have Revan, Malik, Gear 13 out on the Malik and the Revan. I think like it's crazy. And so everyone's perspective is different, so just keep that in mind before rush to any kind of judgment of this game is dying.
I'll give you another example. We did a roster review. Someone put it in there for us, and this guy is personally linked to me because I made sure he's an ally of mine. It blew me away when I saw this dude's account, his Imperial Force Crush. We looked at his account. Not even at 1 million GP had Darth Revan and Malik, full Jedi Knight Revan team. It was absolutely incredible, right? And he'd only spent a little bit of money. He just knew where to focus, so he spent his money correctly. These are the kind of new players that are coming in, and they're spending. And there's another guy I saw that had a crazy account. I did Ross review the other day for that had spent a fortune. You know, the only thing he was missing was mods, but he's like 1.8 million. He's like, I'm working on my mods, but I got the characters. I'm just getting my mods. These people are excited about the game. They want to play the game. I'm getting inundated with questions from new players all the time. New names are popping in. So, anybody that tells you the game is dying or the game is dead they're wrong. Now, one of the problems I do think state of the game, and it's something that I will always push back on, is I think the pricing, and I'm with Darth Microtransaction on this one. I think the prices they list for some of this stuff is too much.
Great.
I think it's way too much. I'm sorry. Is the value there? Yeah, I can say for a fact that $100 pack, what you get for the $100 pack, there is value in that pack. It's a damn good pack. Is it worth $100? No. That's what CG put the price as, because they think that's what people will spend, and people have been spending on it.
That's what they will spend. It's not really. You can't really blame CG.
No, I'm not. But I'm
on something that people are willing to buy at that price. So that's kind of where it's at. So if they're willing to buy it, they're going to keep setting those prices. But I agree with you about that. I think they're too expensive.
Way too expensive
for a dolphin to buy some of these things.
I think that's one issue is that those smaller people that are going to spend. Oh, my apprentice is there. Hello, my apprentice. Why are you with your mother? Forsook your father. Quit watching TV. Do it. Get him. Nope. Oh, all right. Sorry. Every time I see my apprentice, I have to say something. I think the pricing is off. I just do. I talk to Krakens all the time that ask me, do I think this pack is worth it or not? Should I spend money on this? I always tell Krakens, it's not a matter that you got the money to spend. I think if you got the money and you want to spend it in the game, great. But make sure that it's worth getting. Because there's certain things that people will spend money on. I'm like, don't buy that. It's not worth it. I don't care if you have the money. Don't buy it. Wait till something that's going to really impact you comes out. The $100 pack has a big impact. That's 3 Gear 13 finishers basically right there. Can't argue with it. Do I think it's worth $100? No. I think it's worth half that. But that's what CG charges. But the pricing that they put out there is what's really totally different than any other game I've played. I've played so many games. World of Warcraft, EverQuest 1, Warhammer,
but those
Diablo.
weren't microtransaction games. They were monthly subscriptions.
I know, but I mean, so let's think about this for a second.
What did you say, Tyler?
Zyla, what'd you say?
I just call him Kylo.
I said, and again, it's the IP. It's Star Wars. People love this game so much that they're willing to spend that extra money because it's Star Wars. And again, like you said, the excited players who want to be involved, they're going to spend and they're going to drop that money on those new packs. And
well, that's part of it. But just realize that volume of purchases doesn't necessarily equate to higher profits.
Right. Smart spending.
You can reduce the price and have more people buying it, but if the margin on it is less, then you have to compensate it with a certain amount of purchases.
So
they set
here's
this
Here's the problem with your logic right there, Finity. The problem with your logic is that they've actually got that same item priced at 3 different prices already. They're already slicing the market. They're one step ahead of the argument you just made.
What do you mean?
How I'll tell you
that they're trying to divide the market with the difference of packs.
They're trying to buy. Okay, so here you go. The whale store lets them get the middle market all the time and the high end market. You can buy, if you're willing to wait 2 weeks, you can buy all those pieces and buy them at a much lower price. The problem is that so what they're doing is they're segmenting the market on purpose. People who are willing to pay a higher price, people that are willing to pay a higher price, they will get it from them. People that are willing to pay the next price down, they will get it from them too.
So this, you bring up actually an interesting point, Grande, and that point is there is a difference between worth and value. So the value of an item is exactly what you're talking about. And I always try to do this whenever they put something for money, which is the base currency in our game is crystals. How can we equate the item that is in the purchase for money to something in crystals so we can do a comparison as to what the actual value is? Worth is a whole different thing. Worth is a personal judgment as to whether or not they want to buy something. And there's a bunch of reasons that go into that, right? And there's a difference. And so when we talk about worth, that's always one thing that I always want to be cautious about, which is the difference between worth and value. Now, to your point, there is some stuff that's free that you can potentially get. And if you get the crystals for it, you can buy it from those medium stores. But if you convert those crystals into cash, most of the packs that they have are actually reasonably priced. And I didn't do this with the Gear 13 finishers, but I did it with the Gear 12 Plus pieces. And actually, it is cheaper to buy those packs than it is to actually have bought the crystals in order to buy each of the components in order to get those Gear 12 Plus pieces.
Correct.
So you can actually get better value from the cash pack.
Right.
But
it's just it's a high price.
Yeah. You get crystals.
It's just at a high price.
Exactly. So all of these things are relative.
But the whale store let them do that.
Yeah.
The whale store let them segment the market, and people who weren't willing to buy it for a certain price, they could buy it for another price.
Mm-hmm.
And so when someone says, "Hey, this is too expensive," it's relative to each individual person. And the other thing too is they're selling it at multiple price points. They're selling, if you don't want to buy a gallon of vanilla ice cream, you can buy a pint, you can buy a quart, and you can buy a scoop. And that's really what they've got.
Less value, right? Because the
each one has.
Do you want one lick or two?
Usually you get more value at the higher amount because they charge less because there's less packaging.
Right, unless you're right. So that it works that way with everything except for municipal power companies and the water company.
Yep.
But besides that, everything else works on if you buy a larger amount, you get a better value. There are a few times whenever CG has kind of screwed it up, and they haven't followed the general rules of economics.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they do a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm. And so that's why the pricing of the packs, they've been showing that they're going to be pushing the limit on these in order to test where that boundary is. We saw that with
that $100 pack is better than the G12 pack we got and the G12 5 pack we got at the same price. By the way, when you go back and you relook at what we got in those other 2 packs, this pack is actually better.
Yeah,
and I think for virtual stuff, no. Sorry.
But then you would never want to spend.
Well,
that's not true, Finn. Not for that price. I mean, it's
going to buy it at a different.
Right.
He doesn't. He's not willing to buy a gallon worth of ice cream.
Yeah.
That's okay.
No, I am if the price is reasonable. Right. It depends on what But ice cream is something tangible. I can eat it, and I can do something with it. I can put it in the fridge. I can take it back later. This is just virtual.
It's not Bluebell right now. Ooh.
Not Bluebell. We can go with Ben and
that
Jerry's.
Bluebell challenge thing.
No, let's not do that.
Kind of like compare packs and everything too. It's like look back last year for the Han Solo pack, right? Like looking back now, we wouldn't say that pack was probably a good buy because there was no outcome with solo characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then the $60 difference between not 60 but like $45-50 difference between buying that pack and buying all the KOTOR characters, big difference in value right there. So looking back on that, would I bought that solo pack knowing that the characters were going to be not an event character? Probably not. But would I still buy the KOTOR packs? Yeah, because I needed them at the time and got the value out of them. So
this is a little bit predictably. I think we've beat this one to death.
Character packs and gear packs are kind of different,
again,
right?
The value, and again, it's a $40 difference for one of the best.
And you've got you've got players, and you've got here's the other thing too is you have players that will wail on a character every time, and they will never wail on gear. You have players that would never wail on a ship. You have players that would always wail on a ship. You have players who don't think that gear is ever a good value, right? And you have players who always think gear is a good value. So it's really all over the map.
It's subjective. It's opinion.
We had a donation from Zeta.
Uh-huh.
Okay, how much for everyone to dance? Numa.
I'll go.
Change the subject.
Yeah, I was about to change it, so it's all good.
I'll go 10 for me.
Over $9,000 in Monopoly money.
I'll go 10.
1 in 5s. I ain't taking into this $10 and $20 bullshit. All right, which is basically me saying not a chance in hell. Not dancing.
I'll dance for no money.
The Numa isn't like an actual dance. Well, it is. It's a chair dance.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What is the Numa? Show me.
Maya he, Maya hoo, Maya hey, Maya ha ha. That's the Numa dance. You not see
I'm more surprised that I know it and Finn knows it, but y'all know it.
I know.
I knew what it was. I was trying to not bring it up because I knew this was what would happen. Thanks, Xylo. This is your last time being on the show. You dick this one up.
I'll be back next week.
But the apprentice.
Oh, apprentice is always I'm an apprentice, but the apprentice is on the same wavelength.
Does the Numa all the time.
No, he doesn't. He's force choking. No, that's him practicing beating you to death with a lightsaber. So he just can't get his hands together yet. So don't worry, Finn. I've got him well and trained. All right, let's. What?
Alex said champagne tastes on a Natty Light budget. I remember Natty Light.
Oh. All right, next subject. Anything else? That's it?
Let's do Ye Olde Meta Report, and then we'll jump into questions and Twitter questions.
I really don't want to do the meta report, but oh my god. Hi everybody, Harry Carey here from the Chicago Cubs with another live meta report. Hey, guess what? It's the same crap we talked about last week. Will anything be different? Not no, but hell no. Look, hey, it's a Pac-Man on the left. It's a Pac-Man on the right. It's a big block of black cheese and a big block of black cheese on the right. It's the same BS. All right, Dr. Finn, try to make this interesting in less than 30 seconds.
Nope.
All right, that's a big F for Finn.
It's not. It's boring.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
Hey, Dr. Finn, I don't know if you know this. Ranger Jade 1999 got his Millennium Falcon this week, so he's contributing to the rank 1 getting rank 1 in Fleet Arena, so the Pac-Man's about to become a whole pack.
So, actually, I'll mention this, because I always take the screenshots, right? GG has not updated. It is actually so boring that they don't even care to update the meta report.
No.
Yeah, it's just it's so boring that they haven't even updated it for the last 8 days. That's why it's exactly the same. They're exactly the same. I did that for a reason. They're exactly the same. GG is bored of the meta report.
Well, that's been fascinating. Can we move on to some other important stuff? Because this is making my head explode.
We need to give GG something else to be interested about.
Like what?
better characters.
Okay, good call.
Well, I was curious to see about like the Dooku lead, like Suicide Squad Grievous.
Why would you say that, Xyl? We're trying to move on from this damn report and you're bringing up characters no one cares about.
Because Gear 13 and then the fact
How
that
dare you, sir?
it's fresh, you know.
You're 0 for 2, Xylo. Strike 3 and we throw you out of the building.
Don't listen to him. We
Next
don't
question.
throw you
It's a
out.
good call. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Ryan Sandberg. Inside ball 3. Rido's really got his eyesight on today. All right, anything else on the meta report? You good? Okay, let's go back to our regular scheduled reviewing program. Hi. That was the meta report.
So I am heading to our Twitter page.
Oh, Twitter time. Where did Tits go? Did
She
we lose?
ran away.
Did we lose Tits? No, she's got to do Twitter stuff.
We have a lot
I'm
of comments.
here. Hold on, I'm here.
Oh, okay. What happened to your...
Something with a charger.
Oh.
Sorry.
We'll wait for the lovely McVenom to get her situation in order so we can do the Twitter response.
Situation. Always have a situation. don't
Word.
I? Just a mess.
All right. So our Twitter question, and you guys are open to it. It's a poll that lasts for a day. So we want to see kind of where everyone thinks, but I'm going to give you guys the results as it stands now. So big shout out to you guys. We have 28 votes so far on the poll.
Nice.
So the question was, how do you feel about the state of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? And we talked about our point of view on the stream. And you guys have at 54% think that the game is in good shape.
Okay.
And that's pretty good. 29% say that the game is declining, and 18% just think it's too hard to tell where the game is going. So
Okay.
I think overall, this
Small
is actually,
sample size, but okay.
I think it's actually pretty good. Most of the majority, 54%, think that the game is in good shape. So it's nice to see some optimism about the game. And I think overall we're optimistic, right? There's something, we're not saying it's perfect, but I think overall we're pretty optimistic about the state of the game. And it's nice to see that most of you guys are as well. So 54%. Now, some of the comments. McVenom, are you ready?
Mhm.
Ready.
Okay, so the first one. SWGOH is fine. All the naysayers ranting, raving, and claiming that the sky is falling should climb their ego and jump down to their IQ. Yeah, I said it, sheesh. For crying out loud, SWGOH is fine. And then there is an image of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, climb your ego and jump to your IQ of somebody jumping off a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes ledge.
Okay.
Whoa. That was intense. A little aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the anger in the dark side of the force. Well done.
Yeah, the next one is an image of Kenobi in the ship, just dancing with the green screen behind.
Oh.
Ewan McGregor
Oh, yes, I
is
remember that.
dancing. Mhm.
Ooh, I already like it.
Hello there.
Of course you do. Okay, next one. Lowering my expectations in Arena has made my gameplay more fun. Really takes the pressure off. Yeah, I think
Love
that's where.
That is where I'm at right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Was that your answer, McVenom?
No, but it's almost exactly what I said.
All right.
That's my favorite.
Next one says, not there for the stream tonight, but I'll watch it later. Miss you guys. Keep up the awesome work. CG's emphasis on making a quick buck is quickly going in a direction of wallet race to get the best stuff and Gear 13. This philosophy will kill the game 1 to 2 year max lifespan, in my opinion. To elaborate a little, whales will get extremely bored with fighting each other in the wallet race when there are literally no fish left for them to eat at the top. So it's actually an interesting perspective.
I kind of agree in a way about it eventually getting a burnout when it comes to spending so much, but at the same time, I kind of disagree because I know people that like to spend money will spend money because they have it. There's no
Yeah.
hindrance there. If you have the money, why not? And if it's something you enjoy, they're going to keep doing
Well,
it.
let me ask our resident whales here, Loki and Grande. Do you guys think that the game is heading in a direction where eventually it'll just be whales at the top?
Forget that shit. Rose Taco just said, question, when will Tits send me my cross stitch?
I'm really tempted to never send it.
Oh, yes, you will, young lady.
I'm tempted
That was
to
for
hang it on my
charity.
wall because it's awesome. But
We'll
you're
get you
right.
squared away, Rose. I'm on it, Rose.
Ranger's going to bug me every day until I send it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so Loki, Grande, what do you guys think? If they're there.
Are they there?
Apparently not. So I
Okay,
think
forget about that viewpoint.
what's the question?
Hi, Miss.
For whales, if they feel like they're just gonna end up fighting other whales at the top eventually.
What was your point after that, though?
Huh?
Oh, we were waiting for Grande's point.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hi,
we're waiting
Miss.
for Grande or Loki just to get, because I think Grande is already in a shard that is already at that point. Like it's pretty much just whales at the top.
What a whale wants.
I don't think
what
it's
a
going to
whale
be any
needs.
different than what it currently is. So I don't think that's going to be a major impact. I think a lot of the regular fish may be kind of dropping out, but I think that doesn't change a lot of the dynamics for a lot of the veteran shards. Now the newer shards may have changed a little bit because obviously the whales have a bigger gap that they can make with that. So it's an interesting perspective though. Darsion 1972. Overall, the game is in good shape. However, when you miss actually farming the vets as the drop rate was better than B1, you didn't realize how good you had it back then. Yeah, that's true. B1's drop rate is
pretty bad, man.
The next one, I actually said who that was. Okay, I'll keep the rest of them
Good job, Finn.
anonymous.
Who was
Next
that?
one.
I didn't hear that. Who was
Okay,
it?
there we go. I'll say it at the end if you pick it.
This is the one about the whale spending and stuff. Okay.
No. The other one was a B1 one that I said the name.
Oh, okay.
So the next one, hi guys, game is stuck in neutral, but I am optimistic. Hopefully it can grow. These are my thoughts. Yeah, I think staying
This
optimistic.
is my
but
story.
That's my second favorite because that's pretty where I'm at.
pretty accurate, right?
Yes.
Next one,
Uh-oh.
the steak of the game is medium well. Considering how long it's been on the grill, I can't complain.
No pink.
that's it.
No pink in the middle, huh? You just damned that steak. You just burned it till it was crisp. Burned it like it was going to
I have
hell.
to say that one is probably the winner. I have to say that
Do you
one.
think medium well is burning to a crisp?
It
Just,
kind of is.
just a touch of pink.
I'm a
I'm okay with a touch of pink. Touch.
I'm a well done person, so
Unless
I'm
it-
like the
Oh, I'm
worst of
medium rare, baby. Give me nice and bloody
Medium
all the
rare.
time.
Unless
Please.
it's like filet, then I'd like it really pink.
All right, next one. According to certain content creators, there's nothing going on in the game. I must have missed the multiple reworks, new tunes, new TB, and Grand Arena Championships is back. RNGesus is effing hard to please some people.
Yeah.
Not wrong. Next one. I think the game is in good shape if you have a deep wallet with the crying. And then the last one. I sense a decline, but there is hype over Geo territory battle. Got my Geos at gear 8 to 3 of 5 gold since our first attempt. Wish we could get more territory battles faster. New territory battle got a lot in my guild playing more again. Yeah. I think that was a good transition for them. They have PvP content and PvE content for everyone, so I think it's a nice thing that they have set up. All right, Miss McVenom, which are your favorites?
Steak.
Okay, that's number one.
Who's that?
That's all we get. Which are your
Steak.
Steak.
Me likey steak.
The steak and then the arena comment. And then the
let me see.
comment.
The arena comment, the lowering my expectations one?
Wait a minute. Yeah, am I picking based on what I feel?
Yeah, what do you feel?
It's funny.
Yeah, whatever you pick, however you want, Miss McVenom.
Whatever made your pickle move.
All right. Well, then that's my rule. That's the way I
What was your third one?
the neutral comment.
Oh, okay. The game is in neutral. Okay. So,
For me.
okay. So third one, game is stuck in neutral, but I'm optimistic. Hopefully, it can grow. That is Skywalker Vader.
Very nice. Our Canadian brother up north. Hey, good job.
Yeah. Good job.
Lowering my expectations in arena has made my gameplay more fun. Really takes the pressure off. That is Bimasu.
Ah.
Durgan said lowered expectations. I can't get that song out of my head.
Hey, look, Loki's back from eating. I know you were eating, Loki. Don't even pretend.
Oh, he's eating right on the stream. He's
No, I
not
know,
even
I know.
lying.
I didn't even know why you left, Loki. You could have just
See, I
eating.
wanted to eat Doritos earlier.
Go get some Doritos. McVenom, go get some Doritos.
No.
All right.
I saw
I wanna
I saw
guess.
You know why?
Xylo
'Cause
eating
someone
like
is going to screenshot me eating Doritos, like stuffing my face, and then
I saw Xylo eating like beef jerky or chocolate.
He's eating
Sunflower seeds.
Sunflower seeds.
Whatever, it looked good.
All right. So, do you want to guess who said the steak of the game is medium well?
Grim.
Either good old Maurice,
No.
Dane.
Hellenix,
Maybe.
what else are Durgan?
Okay. I'll give you one hint.
Okay.
You met him.
Roast taco.
No, it was Kashmir.
Oh, I love Kashmir. Oh, Kashmir. Such a cool dude. We had the best time hanging out trying to get Finn drunk. Finn was just like off doing his own thing, and me and Kashmir were just hanging out. He was so cool. Love him to death.
Yes, he's very cool.
Durgan still makes fun of me because all the videos are like, why don't you drink something else? But I'm tired.
I swear, that was like the worst challenge ever.
It was the worst.
I
Absolutely.
drank more than his stupid ass.
Hey, I drank a lot once we went to...
I was drunk. Like,
It doesn't take much, apparently.
So, at this point in the stream...
You're probably right.
Yeah.
The Irish blood does not run very strong.
I would bet anything Tits would outdrink Finn like 2 times over.
I would have thought so too, right? Xylo, I thought so, but then it was, we were there trying to get Finn drunk, and then here I am, picturing me passed out on the bed. Like, I'm completely passed out, and Finn's still going.
I
It's
know.
that Florida heat.
No, that was me going.
Maybe that's what it is. It's the floor.
That was Ranger J after, because we bought all these 6-packs and stuff, and Finn's like, I can't. I'm like, give me the goddamn 40 and give me those damn beers. I'm sitting there just pounding them away.
It could have been that I was exhausted trying to deal with Finn's schedule and how.
Oh God.
Drinks and like what kind of drinks.
Oh wait a minute. We had a pickle donation from Maz Kanata. Oh, here come the pickles. She says $21. She love you all. Here comes the pickles.
Aw, thank
Pickle explosion! We have liftoff.
Thank you, Maz.
Get those filthy porgs out of that goddamn Vader cup of plenty. That's what I'm talking about. Oh boy. All right.
So,
Thank you,
when I went
Maz. Love you.
Chicago and I met with the ACS people. We were talking about going to Disney and everything. And what Jessica said was, it's always a good idea to go with a plan when you go to Disney. Otherwise, you will get lost and miss everything.
No,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Get off the plane 5 minutes.
I'm just saying.
Go to Uber 5 minutes. Hang out for 10 minutes. Then go to check in at 5 minutes. That's not the kind of idea.
I was waiting for.
We only had so much time on that first day. It's true. We only had so much time.
The itinerary was to the minute. It was insanity.
It was 2 minutes.
Me and
There
Tiz.
was buffers put in though. I searched the time.
Oh well, yeah. But me and Tiz were this close because we were conspiring to kill Finn.
Like after the marathon, right? That was like.
Oh God.
Well, yeah. After the marathon, no one wanted to do anything. It's like, okay, we'll just hang out.
I'm like, let's just go get drunk, man. I don't want to go. I mean, some of the stuff was cool, but I mean, we were so tired. And it was like, let's just go eat and drink and have a good time. And we just want to get Finn drunk. And I was going to put mustaches on his face, but we never got him to that point.
He's surprisingly, he's got a high tolerance.
He does. He's not my level, but he's
But you
pretty
know what
solid.
it is? It's because he paces himself and drinks like 1 an hour. And
I know.
drinks
He
a lot of
he
water
tricks
with
you.
it. Probably has
I had no
with it.
water, and it was less than an hour when we were at the
Whatever, no,
restaurant. When we
no.
were at the restaurant,
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
at the restaurant, it was.
Cashmere will vouch. I'm walking around Disney Epcot trying.
No,
to get
in Disney,
drunk,
you're
and
right.
I'm taking shots and drinking crazy stuff, and Finn's just sipping slightly.
I was hungry.
Whatever.
Oh man.
All right.
First said I'm a lightweight, and he knows I'm not a lightweight.
All right.
All right, let's see. So I'm gonna go to Nightbot here, and let me get all of our questiones.
El cuestiones por favor, Doctoro Fino.
Okay. Once it finishes loading.
It was a lot of fun. We're giving Finn a lot of shit, but it's all good fun.
All right. Let's see. First question from Grim. We'll have some fun questions today too, because we have just a few questions here. They're not.
Yeah,
too
we'll
much.
have some fun. Let's just sit back and
Grim
be retarded.
question: why does Loki let Finn cheat when they play Magic the Gathering?
Yeah, right, man. What's up with that, Loki? You just taking pity on his ass?
I didn't even get a turn, man.
I know, right? I was like, that deck's retarded. I mean, seriously, that was this insanity.
Loki has decks that would beat that. He knows it.
Loki,
I need-
if you want to make
I
Finn
need my
good,
force of will. That's what I
Loki,
need.
Yeah.
if you want to make Finn good, you have to raffle stomp his ass. He's not going to learn nothing if you let him win.
No,
All right,
he
next
beat me
question.
fair and square.
Yeah.
It's good.
Fair and square, my ass. Loki took pity. All right, next
So
question.
Next question, Durgan. Question: Will Finity be flying up to surprise Ranger with a birthday spanking?
God,
tomorrow?
I hope
No.
not.
Nope. Chaikin.
I would
question,
punch him in the chest
Will
and
those
watch him bleed.
spankings be hard man spankings, or will he use fluffy porgs? Neither. I'm not doing that.
Finn knows better. He knows to stay 100 feet away from me at all times because I will throw him.
If you watch the Family Guy Star Wars thing, you know, when like the Ewoks jump on the stormtroopers and then they start using them as like pillow and
That would be me,
that would be me.
Although I don't look
It's
him
like
to be
stuffing
cute,
flying
you know,
everywhere. That's
no.
all.
Speaking of Ewoks,
Speaking of the Ewoks, hey.
there's so I don't know if anybody follows me on Twitter, but today apparently was portfolio day for like freelance artists and stuff, and so a lot of the Star Wars fan art Twitter artists that post their work on Twitter were posting stuff today, and there was one of them was pretty freaking awesome. It was a bunch of scout troopers in an Ewok village burning it, and like one of them was like 300 shit kicking a Ewok off of
Yes, you must link that. I must see that.
One of them is in like this like leaf camo armor. It was legit. It was awesome. It was an awesome little piece of fan art. I was like,
Very nice.
kill the murder bears.
I hate you all. Okay. Next question is from. It was Truce's question. So we'll give Truce77 another shout out because
Yes.
he's been watching for a while and hasn't been able to join us live.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Truce. Let's see. Nathaniel Morgan, question for Porg Lover Ranger J1999.
I skipped the question because that's not who I am. So next.
That is your nickname on one of the Discords.
I don't care what it is.
What it says. Okay.
Oh, what's the question? All right, I'll be nice. Since it's my birthday coming up, I'll be nice, Ranger. So what's the question? Even though
The question isn't much different.
give it to me anyway. I'll try to be civil here.
Has Ranger now officially affirmed his love for porgs?
About as much as I like drinking acid through my nose and then lighting myself on fire, then running down the street into a pool of blood.
So the answer is yes.
No.
Utah, question, will we ever see the guaranteed drop special ever again? I think that would be really neat if they did.
Yeah.
They may.
Never know.
So, interestingly, with the Zeta challenge, it was interesting that Carrie pointed out that when she was doing it and she started getting zero, she realized like how awful that was, and then they changed it to the ones, right? So hopefully the developers are playing this game a little bit more and seeing the awfulness of RNG with all of this, and hopefully they'll change that moving forward. I think some more guaranteed drops or better
What the
drop
hell
rates.
is Miss giggling at?
I'm laughing at your idea that the developers might play the game more.
What?
What?
I'm laughing that you think the developers might play the game more.
Well, okay, so we know that at least one developer.
It took them a year and a half to change the fleet challenge.
Yeah.
It just like took them that long to realize the drop rates. Like
It took them that long to realize it. Or
Hey,
did
at
you
some
just now-
point, at some point they would have to
Probably
start.
took her a year and a half to get to where she could do the fleet challenge to actually figure out that the drop rate sucks ass.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Savage right now.
Miss is on
At some
fi-
point they had to get to that point. So.
Oh, my. Miss. I was like, what the hell is Miss giggling about? Oh, so I'm looking at chat. I'm like looking to like in the other chats here. I'm like, did I miss something? What the hell's going on?
Just laughing at Finn, just trying to maybe, I don't know.
Oh, Finn, look what you did.
Omega drops have sucked for like forever. So
I never relied on those. You're talking about for the Cantina stuff?
I'm talking about
Found them out at the store?
ability mat challenge. I'm talking about Omegas dropping from the fleet mats challenge. I'm talking about Omega drops in general, like especially Cantina drops those. Like
I think
they
they'll
got
work
one-
on some of the drop rates, and they might come with the new
Stop.
levels of the challenge.
Stop.
What?
What in the name of Jesus H, baby Jesus, is that mutant egg-headed thing down there?
What?
Boom shakalaka.
What did you shave your head, Grande?
I sure
I
did.
got a picture and I was like, "What did you do to your head?"
It's for Ranger's birthday.
No, that was not something I wanted for my birthday. I can't
Oh, here.
unsee that.
I have to say, I'm kind of digging it, Grande. It's,
You actually have like a pretty
Not
symmetric
even
round
lie.
head.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
many people can pull
Take
it
like
off.
a big razor to it.
Oh man, if
Oh,
I tried
no,
to
no,
shave
no.
my
I'm
head,
Grande Patron. I did a straight razor, buddy.
So we got a new nickname for Grande, so we're going to call him Cue Ball on top of everything else. So it's the
Yeah.
government Wi-Fi stealer, the French tickler, the beardless one, the brown Gandalf, the chicken chaser, the now.
Can we change beardless one just to hairless one now?
Can,
Oh.
No,
for you guys,
to
for
cue
you guys
ball.
Who don't know, for you guys who don't know, I shave with a 6/8 straight razor that I sharpen myself. And yes, I did shave my head
do you have
with
one
a
of those
straight
leather
razor.
straps that you do it with?
A leather strap. So I have like more than one leather strap. I probably have 6 leather straps and about 6 sharpening stones for it. It's a big deal what I do with that.
So
Weird
why did said Grande shave that mullet?
It's time for a change. I like it.
It's kind of private right now. Maybe I'll share it public later. Why I decided to shave, but
I think it looks great. It
Thank
really
you.
does. It looks really
I
good.
like it. The kids like it. The wife likes it.
I'm getting a Sean Connery vibe.
I'm not getting that vibe. No, not getting that vibe at all. No.
I am.
I'm apparently growing like all the hair that Grande is losing.
Yeah.
That's
See
all.
what you did to Finn. See what you've done to
It's all
Finn.
here now.
And then the beard went to Stoner over there. Look at that. Look at that Abe Lincoln mess going on there.
My
Stoner,
beard was bigger when I
Stoner
was
Maham Legan.
Yeah, the more Grande grooms himself, the more Finn and Stoner turn into hippies. That's just the way it works.
Stoner looks like the fear icon on the, from the with the hair coming out of the fear icon.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Looks good.
Looks good. Yeah, he pulls it off well. Finn, no, not so much. All right, so next question. Now that we got the big deal Grande eggplant Patron.
Grande's got that Lobot look.
I know. Oh, he does. He looks like Lobot.
With that,
With the headset and everything, man.
Here's a kind of a not a very good rendition, but I put the link in chat for the
Ooh, look at that.
for the Scout Trooper.
That's pimp.
pretty badass. The camera doesn't do it any justice. It's
Yeah.
go to the link. I posted it in chat. It's her artwork is amazing. It's badass.
All right. Let's see. Next question. Jason Krolik.
Breaking
DB
Bad
official-
Grande.
Oh my God.
hey,
Eyes
you
and
guys
Grande.
know what my profile pic is in Discord.
Did you see what Ray Rock said?
know.
If you know what my profile pic is in Discord, then you know.
Oh my God. That's perfect.
That's fantastic. All right, continue on, Finn. I'm sorry. I saw that I had lost it.
All right. So next one is by Jason Krolik. DB official put out a video showing an HK lead with Grievous beating Revan and Malik, but adding more crit chance. If I keep GG on my Separatist droid team, should I mod GG the same way?
I don't think you mod him any different, regardless of what team you're putting him on, because you just
all
give him a
about the
crit
health.
damage triangle and
There's also an 88 lead out there. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not as
that
good
one-
though.
It's
That
not as
one
consistent
depends-
from what I've
yeah.
seen.
Yeah,
the HK lead is better, I think, in my opinion.
yeah, but you still leave them the same, man. You want that health, big boom, boom going off.
Yeah.
Fatality V2 question: where the hell is Malik? Soon TM. That's all we can say. Soon TM.
Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, look, Grande shaved his head so that Malik will show up. That's why he did it. So
There we go.
if it doesn't come tomorrow, then at this point, not only did Grande sacrifice his hair, but we don't get Malik.
All right. Next question. What else? 73. Any new standout teams from this last territory war for anyone? My 4-star Brood Alpha led Geo team with Newt helped for 4 battles in a backline zone, which was good to see. Interestingly, Geos apparently crush Night Sisters. My
can
guild
see that.
used Geos under geared against several Gear 12 Night Sister teams Asajj lead ones, and apparently Geos just wreck them. So I think that's pretty interesting, actually.
Like a minute too. It's so quick,
Mhm.
so fast.
Really?
Yeah. They just run through it. It's
Nasty.
impressive.
Why? What is it because of Brood Alpha?
Yeah, the mass assist over and over again. You just
Yeah, and then Sun Fac is dispelling too.
Oh, that's true. That's right. So you can pretty
So
much
you
just.
never have to worry about the taunt.
That's
and then
true.
you get the 2 kills like in 30 seconds. It's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank God I just unlocked my Brood Alpha. I have to start getting
go.
that going.
So if you face Night Sister teams and you have some Geos, they might be a good counter for you.
But God, I just got Spirit all pimped out. Damn it!
Well, I think it comes down to like a gear check too,
Spirit-
right? But
that was-
Spirit is
that
still
was-
Geo's long term, so
That's old meta already, man.
Spirit's already.
It's
I mean,
Night
she's
Sister
still
Team's
good.
done.
I love
Spirit is still really good.
I
She's
do.
probably
I
one of my
like it.
favorite. She's probably one of my favorite Night Sisters. I like Mother Talzin, Asajj obviously are 2 of the best Night Sisters, hands down. But Zombie is good, but she's not really like fun. It's just like an instrumental piece of the pie.
Yeah,
right?
she's just there to take
play
the
with that
beating.
right. But Spirit is so much fun.
Silverbolt says Grande looks more like Vader now. You did draw Vader as
Burt Vader.
He's not wrong.
I'm Burt Vader.
and Silverbolt
Tell
did
your
draw you with the helmet.
sister you're right.
Let's see. Next question is Thane. Question for RSG Leader Affinity. Can you give me some TRT? No. Next question. Nat Swarm. Do you think CG will start to combine shards due to older players quitting?
No, my shard's alive and well.
Yep.
The top 100, 200 is still pretty active on most shards, regardless of people quitting. So there's really no reason for them to do any kind of merge.
Grande Baltron.
Oh, God.
I can't look at chat, man.
What can I say?
They hate.
Tony
They hate
99
me.
question.
What can I
Can we
say?
get a Gear 13 report like the big deal suggested last week?
I wouldn't be surprised if SWGOH is probably working on that. They might be able to. You got to figure there's a lot of programming that goes into pulling information from the database, and they have to get connections. They have to get access to that kind of information from the database in order to pull those stats.
Yep, they have it though. We looked at it last week.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I haven't.
Oh, okay, I guess we'll just have to set that up.
So Darth Revan is currently number 1 with
Yep.
12,099 Gear 13s. Fallen Bastila is 11,407. Next is Malik with 7,350. Then Grievous with almost 6,000. HK with almost 4,700.
I would have actually
Big drop
expected. I guess it makes sense that GG's not that high because a lot of people are probably Gear 13ing or taking their arena.
Yeah. Plus, you lose too many characters with Grievous as a counter to Revan, so Padme is still better. So Grievous's use is still.
Hi, Grande. No.
Okay, Grande, that's
No. No.
Winning.
Oh my
Don't
god.
anybody say that out loud.
You're gonna get You're gonna get demonetized.
Oh, we've been. We've been.
What can I say?
nothing. Don't say a word.
Kind of a big deal.
All right. Dorothy,
Happy
question.
birthday to me.
That's right.
Hideous question: will Finn ever become proficient at stream management? This is Ranger streaming, not me. I'm here to troll and distract. That's what I do.
Stream management.
I love that. Well, I did see it in Florida, so.
I didn't see it, not it.
Can't.
It wasn't just that. It was we all shared a hotel room together,
Right.
so I saw it when we were I saw it. It wasn't just the saw it part. It was that we were in the hotel room together. It was the whole conflict.
Look at all the comments. I love it, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to this.
Yes,
channel.
please make sure you like,
sure you
subscribe.
this.
Tell your friends to join us. 'Cause this is
Yeah,
always
tell
a
your
fun time to just
and
be part of
Ranger's
the
face
game.
and Ranger's face is priceless.
This is not worth the pain I'm suffering right now.
Unspeakable. Okay, Daniel McCracken.
Inconceivable, not unspeakable, dumbass.
No, DL Cool J wrote unspeakable.
Unspeakable.
Oh, it's unspeakable.
Daniel McCracken question: are Nest and or Wampa viable at 5 stars respectively? And if so, would Gear 10 be enough against weaker squads if they often counter, i.e., Phoenix, Rogue One, Ewoks, Rebels?
Oh, Phoenix,
Yes.
they can take for sure.
Yeah.
Yes to both,
Phoenix,
but you need the Zeta on Nest.
Yeah,
I'm not so sure about Ewoks.
Yeah,
but I would definitely say for Rogue One and for Phoenix, they should easily be able to take those down, especially Wampa. Nest could probably take Ewoks at that lower gear level.
As long as there is no
Nest?
strong wicket.
Nest can. I use my Nest to solo Ewoks all the damn time. Gear
Right.
12.
But you remember
Gear
he's talking
12,
about a 5-star.
5-star gear 10.
Oh, 5
So
star.
as long
And
as
so we're
there's not a
yeah,
strong wicket, because wicket is the one that can kill
Agreed.
Nest.
Mhm.
So it's not just about the overall team power, specifically wicket, and you need the Zeta on Nest. So Zeta on Nest and
And
not
high
a strong
tenacity.
wicket, you can.
Yeah.
Do.
You gotta have high tenacity as well.
No, I don't
Otherwise-
really have high tenacity on mine.
I don't have it. Yeah, I
Okay.
do fine.
Mine is all speed. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I've
mine's,
had her at like 130 and 140% tenacity and still gotten days and stuns on her too.
Yeah.
So I mean, like,
Doesn't matter.
I think the speed value out of that's more important, but still, I mean,
it's subjective. You can go either way. It's fine.
Yeah. DL Cool J question: is anyone else doing the hot Cheeto chicken challenge from
No.
KFC with Finn tomorrow?
No.
He needs another contestant.
No.
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 It looks so gross.
That looks
gotta work.
nasty. That's about the
But you know
nastiest
what
sandwich
I did try
ever.
the other day? North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina is one of the only, I think there's like one other city that Bojangles is trying out their pimento cheese biscuits.
How was it?
I'm not a fan of
Delicious.
pimento in
It was
general.
delicious because it was spicy.
What is a Bojangles? That's like a song. Mr. Bojangles.
Bojangles is like Popeyes.
Bojangles
Yeah, it's like a
is one of the
Popeyes
best
chicken
southern-
chain.
I haven't seen. We don't have one here.
They have the best biscuits and sweet tea ever.
Thank you, Big Country Mags, for the $2
Just donated
donation.
$2. Said hello.
RSG crew. Keep
RS.
up the good-
I am glad we didn't give him the Patreon shout out.
new look, same grande.
Well, what did you think it was? Like I'm like a reverse Samson, and I
Oh
shave my hair.
God!
I was gonna say.
Benjamin Button.
I was gonna say, you know, maybe he shaved his head and some of that IQ just kind of like went with it.
So you never did, right?
Oh my God!
Wow. So yeah, that just happened. Okay. Then we
RSGQ.
have Hellenix. Question regarding the itinerary from Disney. Did Finn give you guys 2-minute bathroom breaks at
No.
least?
Yes.
No,
No, bathroom breaks were not included because we can do that while walking between.
I did full Thrawn makeup and Finn put in for like 20 minutes. 20 minutes for
Oh my God!
Thrawn costume makeup.
Would you have a catheter in, Finn? We just said you could just do bathroom breaks
No,
while
you
you're
go to
going.
the bathroom in between going to rides. I schedule the rides with the fast pass, and then all the other rides you have to do on the fly based on what the wait times are.
Oh my god.
You can never schedule any non-fast pass because the wait times will vary. So you have to have the app and you check the wait times and you adjust the schedule
Are you guys hearing
in
this?
between
Yes.
the
I'm
fast
hearing it.
passes.
I'm hearing
This
it.
is what it was. This was what it
That's-
was. The whole
There's a
time.
science to it. I've been going to Disney since I was little. There's a science to it.
Hey, we got our first porn hit of the night, so let's just delete that, please.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
girl nudes, whatever.
I didn't
That
even
was
see it.
Grande's.
I'm-
That was Grande's
I'm
link.
blaming Grande.
Yeah.
It's because of Grande. All the girls are coming after you now, Grande. Speaking of which,
I could tell you. I know it. I know it's a.
Ahsoka Taco Fulcrum. Did Grande start cooking meth?
No, I did not. I'm still the same. I'm still the same old family man I was before.
Publicly.
JOY9 question: will Finn be gearing 13 Rose Taco and the Ewok?
I hope not.
Maybe for charity.
That's about it.
Especially Rose Tico now. I used to at least say Rose Tico was useful, but after they changed Zeta Finn, Rose Tico made
it's awful.
the most like
That's
useless
pretty bad.
character in the game.
So she's better off unactivated.
Yeah, actually.
Well, we
She's
were
a-
raising money for cancer there, buddy, so deal with it.
Yeah, she is a waste of GP now, which is sad.
Even
I have a Zeta on
Poe
her.
is useless.
I
Poe
use
is so
Poe on my
bad right now.
CLS team. I like him on my CLS team. Actually.
So bad.
He's a pilot,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he has one of the best DPS ships in the game.
that's
so
true.
I was just thinking too, like
Yeah, but you only need him like gear
Feel
8.
it.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
when you go and look at
You
people's
need, you
Grand
need that
Arena,
dude slow.
like when you look at people's like Grand Arena and you go to like the bottom of their roster and they have a bunch of level 1 characters. Now that I think about it, I never see Rose down there either too, so kind of gives me the idea that people like don't even unlock her majority of the time, right?
So
they
not
probably
worth it.
don't.
Wait. Won't Rose have a ship called the Resistance Bomber? That's
No,
bomb-
that's her
No,
sister. Paige.
Grande.
Yeah, that was in the movie for like 5 minutes.
And her sister was cooler.
Yes.
Okay, Dane Kyrell question: did CG get rid of Game Changer programs because they found their new favorites in the Escape podcast, and they
Yep.
didn't want the others to get jealous?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you heard it from Miss. The answer is yes. Wargle 128.
Look, they did. I mean, look, they look.
Come on.
Look, that I mean, CG
Whoa.
CG did get Warrior and McMull in with the lady with the 7-star and made a video about that.
Yeah.
Well,
So what is that?
They got into a chat, and then Warrior and McMull made a video afterwards about it. So.
But yeah, but I mean, still.
But you know what I'm saying is CG invited them to a chat to have a conversation about it.
Well,
Yes.
Wargle 128 question for Finn: what star level was their brood to beat Night Sisters? I think most of them were just unlocked, so 4-star. Most of my guild, I don't think people in my guild have 7-star. We're not a super whaley guild.
I've seen
5 million. So
I've seen 4-star Gear 11 with the Zeta Unique. I mean,
Yeah.
the best film I've seen. I mean, I've only probably seen like a handful, but
yeah, they were
reason.
under geared and stuff too. It's not a lot that you need with that team.
I think it really comes down to like the survivability of the characters around Brood Alpha, and then definitely the unique Zeta is a must. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't need the lead, but I think the lead obviously benefits the team right now, especially without the rework. It kind of needs that extra push, especially if you're going to use them for TB2, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, you can't use the Brood Alpha in the leader slot until obviously phase 2 or even phase 3.
Right, like
because
a
you have to use Poggle in the first phase. So if you're gonna only put one Zeta on the Brood Alpha, I would say the unique first.
Makes sense.
Okay. This is the last of the questions that I'll collect now. So a bunch of people just put in questions. So this is the last of the group here. So Josue Garcia, Horde Guild Event Token 1 currency or spend it on gear. Now that Gear 2 will most likely be needed for special character shards, i.e. Negotiator.
That's an interesting concept. They have gone backwards a few times before they went forwards. So, we are not seeing everything in the order it was made by them, and sometimes the way they make a character kind of falls into a different place. So we could easily see a character slip back into fleet, or we could see a ship slip back into fleet. We could see a character slip into guild events. We could see a character slip into the guild store even. So you kind of need to just be careful.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, as long as you're getting gear for actual teams you want to work on and not getting it for the sake of getting the gear, I think you're fine. Remember,
I think McVenom has an important thing to say. So let's make sure she gets the next question.
Yeah.
Does not have an important thing to say.
So, Way of the Troll, question McVenom, when is the next Grand Arena Championship going to start?
Like,
We're in it now.
Started today.
See there, my question's been done.
See? There you go.
Okay, I'm so glad that Sir Loki and Miss Bestier both answered the question for me.
I already knew it was in there. I was just setting my roster, actually. I was just...
She needs a real question, man.
Okay.
Give her the next question. Give her the next one.
Give her an
All right.
actual question, not a.
All right. So, question from Ray Rock: with the new Star Wars movie due in December, do you think there's a good chance CG will require Rose Holdo Resistance pilot to unlock a Jedi Ray?
No. Why would they?
But
Those characters are already done.
No, Rose and Haldo haven't been used for anything.
No.
They're not going to do it.
Unless they're really trying to say, screw you all.
Haldo's
like-
dead. She
Mist, this was my question.
I'm being quiet. I just want to point that out.
Let's put something new and shiny out before the event. You know, I mean, like that's how it's gonna go.
Xylo, this is McVenum's question.
Nope. Y'all answer it. Obviously, it's all about y'all. Go ahead and answer it. I'm done.
good job, Xylo.
Did you see what Xylo just did, Loki? He made McVenom not talk.
No,
I don't think you can be allowed back.
I was gonna say I don't think they
Yeah,
would
kick
do
that
that.
dude
Like,
off the
really,
stream.
really seriously trying to like piss everybody off, and I think they learned their lesson with the vets. Like we don't want to farm somebody we don't want to. Well, Holdo's not bad though, actually.
I'll use her. Still use her.
But
My
resistance pooper is not really that great. I mean,
Oh, she's right on the money there. Let me tell you, Resistance Pilot leaves a lot to be desired.
I mean, so.
and I like
can
to see
them.
strong female characters.
Yeah, I do too, but I don't want to farm them.
You don't want to farm anything.
All
I
right.
don't want to farm Haldo or Rose.
Next question, Kane77. What is the Zeta order for Galactic Republic?
Yes.
Hold on. Here's what it is. It's Padme lead, Jedi Knight Revan unique.
Wait,
What?
what?
I'm sorry. Anakin, Jedi Knight Anakin.
Akbar too.
No, Jedi Knight Anakin.
Wow.
Arr!
Akbar
Jedi
and
Knight,
Revan.
Padme lead, Jedi Knight Anakin unique, GK unique, then go back and do Padme unique, then go do Ahsoka unique.
Really? Interesting. I would have done both the Padmes first. I like
That's what I did. I did.
So the reason why is because okay, so Padme's lead is most definitely a Jedi, a Darth Revan killer. Her unique is literally there just to kill Jedi Knight Revan teams.
I like to have the options. Maybe I want to kill Jedi.
I didn't say it wasn't an option. I'm just saying that GK and Anakin are worth more than the other ones.
So then,
Just
when do you put the Zeta on Jedi Knight Revan and Akbar?
So you should have already put.
You skipped a couple of those, Grande.
So I'm just saying, you should have already put the Zetas on Jedi Knight. Revan, and Akbar doesn't have a Zeta.
It was a trick question. Oh, this is fantastic. Grande, you make my life happy. You really do.
I aim to please for all the people who I think are important in my life.
That's right. Grande's the idiot savant. I swear he's the smartest. Dumbest man I know. He can say something that's so profound. I'm like, God dang, Grande, that was really good. And then he'll say, UV. And then I'm like, you lost me. Oh, Lord.
All right, next one, Fat Tony 99 question. Any reason I shouldn't Gear 13 my crew? It looks super tempting. It's not a bad Gear 13, but he actually does not gain a lot of health with his Gear 12 plus pieces. It's not bad. I think in total it's somewhere around 8,000 health that gets incorporated, so you'll still gain about 3,000 health or so after doing it, but I don't think it's a top priority. It really would be kind of a vanity health one, especially since first order teams are actually pretty easily beaten right now. Most people are starting to use them more on offense than defense. So I would actually wait on the crew and actually try to Gear 13 your defensive teams for Grand Arena and Territory Wars so that they have more chance of survival, and then you can use your offensive teams to take out the ones with good counters. So, Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, why didn't you get a guided tour at Disney's? You could go directly to the front of the line. It's only $300 an hour. We might do that the next time we're there. Maybe. Possibly.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
There is.
Finn knows everything.
And actually, they can take you like underground, so you can go through like the little tunnels. And yeah, I know. You see Mrs. Linda.
Ew, a cat.
And my tits go yip.
She don't like feet and she don't like pussy, man.
I did not say that.
Wow.
Pussycat.
I don't like cats.
That is extra funny because we had a joke going in admin about McVenom and cats from earlier.
Wow. Just McVenom had to go off.
We are off the rails.
We're good. The train is good.
It just went there.
Jesus.
Loki,
We
touche,
just
good
hit
sir.
something. It's,
Touche.
All
good
right,
sir.
I think that's a good time.
You want to read? We have extra questions here. Like,
Yeah, no, we're done now. We're done.
okay.
We're done.
We're done.
Oh my god.
that was for Ranger's birthday. Happy birthday.
There was one question in chat asking when Padme might be back.
And I said a couple of months.
I think she'll be back in the first week.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
To kind of bring it back.
Loki don't say very much. When he does say something, it's kind of good.
He's a man of.
I just got it together. Stop.
He's a man of few words.
I love it.
Oh my god.
Loki is cold AF.
Jesus. It's like this shit and then just comes up with that.
Willing to sacrifice monetization.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts so much. Oh my god. That came out of nowhere.
Remember, everyone, medium well is a touch of pain.
Oh. Oh.
So make sure that you like and subscribe to this video and hit the bell so you can get notifications so you can join us live
Yeah.
when we do this kind of stuff live on the stream.
So then he came in there and he's like, "Look, bitch, I'm Loki, the lightsaber builder," and smacked him. God damn, he was cold as ice.
That's right. Loki
All
comes
right,
in.
we're done.
I pity the fool in them pink lavender pumps.
Oh my god, I almost fell out of my chair, dude. Like, Loki, where the hell did that shit come from? God damn.
We are definitely done here.
All right,
telling the
close.
truth. He's just telling the truth.
Stop it.
Dang.
We need to end it before McVenom laughs and kills us all at the same time.
I ain't dying, man. I ain't done a damn thing to Miss McGinnis. She knows that. But I will, as you guys are getting butchered, I'm going to be kicking y'all right back into that beating that y'all about to get. Nope, get your ass back in there. Take it like a man. Oh my God, Jesus. Ooh, thank God the AC's working again.
Okay, so I think Ranger is switching it now, so we want to give a big shout out to
Jesus.
Country Mag.
Nice. Big country
Yes,
man.
bro.
Thanks for the beat and cats. Boom shaka lacka. Freaking big country mags coming in at the end. I love it.
Oh God! Thane Kyrell donated
Thank
$2.
Kyrell. Kudos. Moist beat and cat.
Can't.
Oh yeah.
Can't.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Keep it coming,
Oh
you
my
guys.
God.
You guys are
Look at that
animals. I
cutie.
love it.
Look at that cutie.
I know.
Oh my God.
Think it's- Look at that. There's a look. Look. We always knew Miss Bessie
God.
was a pussy, and we figured it out for sure.
Oh God.
Wow. This is okay. So let's put up the gold patron so we can end this before it goes way
Oh
too.
my God.
So these are our gold patrons. Thank you guys.
Oh, let me pull that up.
Thank you.
Okay,
love
there
all
they
of
are. Yeah, it's all you, Finn. I can't
Special
even breathe right
shout-out
now.
Especially to all
Oh.
of them that are gold patrons because they go up and beyond.
Oh my God.
To all of you guys, and then thank you for joining us Wednesday night 8 p.m. This was our 160th Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes live stream. So thank you all for joining and following with us as long as you guys have. On Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, we do Jedi Academy, where we answer questions for you guys for about 2 hours. You guys come with the questions. We have a great panel of YouTubers and just very knowledgeable people about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes ready to answer your questions. So make sure that you guys do join us for that. And then on weekdays, Monday through Fridays at noon Eastern, we do the lunch hour, except tomorrow's going to be a little bit different.
That's
It will be
right.
More than an hour. It will be a birthday celebration.
It's a celebration, bitches. The stickiest to the ickiest. You want to come took it up with the old boy Ranger J 1999?
Bitches.
I offer you a truce.
You bitches like pancakes.
You and your flunkies should cleanse your body.
All right. So before we get demonetized and flagged even more.
Oh, get out of here. Like, who cares?
Yeah, at this
Okay,
point.
yeah, it's over. I have the high ground, Anakin.
So
Blouses.
I'll take swords for 300.
Yes. Yes, Miss Money Penny.
So thank you all for joining us. Make sure you subscribe, you hit the bell so you get notified when we go live.
Which,
Make sure
yes.
you press thumbs up. Make sure to also follow us on Twitter, on Twitch, and Twitter. We're posting stuff on Twitter a little bit more here, and also on Twitch. McVenom did her first live stream today on Twitch, which she did here as a Storm. So make sure that you are following us on Twitch, so you guys can get that. And with that, let's go ahead and end the stream before McVenom completely loses.
Okay, and just a reminder to you guys, tomorrow I will have the big birthday stream. 8 hours of me hanging out with you guys for the old birthday celebrations. It's a celebration, so come and join. Best way to do this is to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, come hang out with us. Make sure you check out Stoner's channel, Silo Takedown, easily to find on YouTube, and of course, Miss Pasiel. Check out his stuff as well. If you want to see some lightsabers be built, check out Sir Lucky stuff. And we will have more stuff coming up this week. We've got Magic the Gathering. We got, just about more Battlefront. All kinds of great stuff. So here we go. Let's rock and roll. So on behalf of myself and the crew, the pain is real tonight. I can barely talk. Thank you guys for stopping in. We love you guys, and we will see you later on. Peace.